Welcome, greetings, B1 family. Let me make sure my sound is good. Welcome, greetings. Okay, we ain't got no popping. Good. All right. All right, how's everybody doing? Welcome, everybody. Get on in here. Come on in. We're doing it later than we normally do. All right. Good. Welcome once again to the Beatzilla PDX official show. I am your host, Beatzilla PDX officially. And this is the weekly wrap up. Yes, indeed. Let's see who's all in the house. We got Melanated Brown in the house, Conscious Outlaw, Desmond Works, Judah Queen, Silent D, TJ, and Kathy B. All right. Welcome. And welcome to everybody else who is here. Yes, indeed, Desmond. Hey, as you guys know, yesterday was a interesting day in these YouTube streets. Um, so I had a video that got quite a bit of views yesterday. Subsequently, got some new subscribers. So welcome everyone. We are over 300. We are over 300 now. And I guess maybe I aimed low. I was like, well, we'll get to 300 before October. Well, we have already came and went. So thank you everybody for subscribing, sharing, liking the videos. Please, while you're here, like this video, share, subscribe to this channel if you have already not, and share this on your social media. So, yes, indeed. Again, I gotta say thank you. So, let me get my banners cracking here. Here we go. You know what? I got a new banner. This one. I'll start with this one, and I will go through them. All right, Conscious Outlaw. Whew. So it's been a busy week. Interesting week. We had, of course, the 360. Yes, indeed. Absolutely full circle. Thank you very much. Yeah. Let's go through these. So thank you everyone who is, especially for you, the first, like you, the first. Shoot, I think you guys are like the first 10 or 20. So much love to all y'all, and thank you everybody. And we're gonna keep going and building from here, as we do in this truth speaking place. I give some educational things, with an entertainment edge, which is, hey, now hopefully YouTube is not messing with the sound and all of that, but I'm hard lined in for this broadcast, so it shouldn't be an issue. They're really going hard if I'm having an issue now, because I'm not even using my Wi-Fi. I'm hard lined. So with that being said, the first piece of news I want to touch, is an update on a story that I was reporting on earlier this week. Let's see. And, uh-oh. Okay, let me get that back. Okay, it just started playing. Okay, let me add this to the screen. Okay, there we go. All right, y'all can see that. So we actually have a bit of good news. Let me turn that down a bit. So we finally got some good news to report. These people who I've reported about who had their baby taken off the side of the road the other day, a little while ago, rather. They have finally got their child returned to them. Um, so that's a blessing. Uh, you know, I believe it was the influence of the grassroots and the pressure felt um, in these streets. So yeah, the baby has came home. I'll let them tell you.
I'm gonna make this a real quick live. Just know our set is home. All right, our set is home. We have our set with us.
That's dope.
So we want to say thank you. We still got work to do to get Rob back, but we want to say thank you because of y'all and my family. We've had the proper support to get the best attorneys in the country to be able to bring justice. That our set is back. We still got to get Rob back, and we still got other babies: Aaliyah, Shiloh, Eddie Nakeba, Messiah, Zephaniah, Journey. We got a lot of babies to get home, but just know through the people, through you all, we were able to counteract this unjust system and this corruption to be able to get our baby back. So our set is home,
Dope.
officially home. Yeah. So I just have to tell y'all directly, this just happened, and we headed home. We have our baby back, our newborn, and we just gonna focus on getting those moments, these couple of days, this week that we've been without her, focus on getting that time back. But we still got to some work to do with getting Rob back. So as a dad and husband and for someone who loves the people, thank y'all again for being here unconditionally for this injustice that's happened to my family. Thank y'all. It means everything. Because we've been going through this for 6 months, trying to get Aubrey and Rob back. And then they came at us and took our newborn. But because of y'all, we have her back. And those great attorneys, Derek McBurrows and Louis Batty. Thank all y'all. Thank you. Thank you. The work don't stop. We got to get Rob back and we got to get these other babies home. So make sure y'all go know about Eddie Bellis. Go to Eddie Bellis' page and look at their story when they cable. We got to get Aaliyah and Shiloh home. We got to get Zephaniah home. Go to see Miss Sellers. We all in this together. The powers within the people. You know what I'm saying? We respect the process. We respect the courts. We respect everybody's position. But wrong is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say. Wrong is wrong.
Facts.
But we got our setback, and soon Rod will be home. I know that because we got the support of the people. Just remember that, y'all. The power is always within us. If we unite and we work together, we put things in place to be able to protect ourselves and our babies. You all set?
Knocked out. Good news, finally.
Thank y'all. Just want to make this a quick live so the people that have been supporting us can get this update
Yep.
before anybody else. Our set is back with us, and we still, working towards getting Rod home. And just thank you from the bottom of my heart and my family for y'all being there for us unconditionally. Thank y'all.
Mm.
Thank y'all.
All right. All right. So we actually have some good news. Good news. Good news. So shout out to that family because you know how they love separating our families, breaking our families up. So it's good news to see that they at least have one of their children back, still continuing to fight to get all of their children back. But, it's a start. It's a start. It's a start. It's a start. And congratulations. Um, you know, the fight continues, but you can definitely enjoy the small victory of having your baby back in your presence. Mm, you know? Okay, let me. So, moving on into other news. Uh, let's see, where do I want to go next? Oh, you know what? I will go here next since I've spoken on this particular subject a bit. Let's okay, so you guys are well aware that I've been talking about the whole Jeopardy thing. Um, so it looks like again, uh, when underhanded anti-blackness meets instant karma, uh, hey, what can you say? All right, let's about to start. Okay, okay. So let me share this. Okay, didn't get it. There we go. Share this. There we go. All right. Okay, let me get this on the screen for y'all. There we go. Mm-hmm. There's some sound on it. Uh-oh. Mm. Don't they always? Mm. Well, now. So, what y'all got to say about that? So, he's now about to paint. How about that? Now, all of these months ago, everybody was, I mean, repeatedly petitioning for LeVar Burton to host Jeopardy. Repeatedly. There's many petitions online that were asking for LeVar Burton. Well, here we go. We went another route, hired two white people instead of one black man, and already he's resigning. And I guess the irony of it is they just started filming yesterday. So you could just scrap all of that. Mm-hmm. Look how that worked out. Look how that worked out. Mm. So there was a LeVar Burton makes he makes tweets every week anyway, so it's no big deal. It's no big surprise. Um, see, I can close this now too. Close that. Okay, so it's no big surprise to what he did on this, but you know, timing. Let me see if I can get this up here. Where is it? All right. Okay, let me go to the other version of it. Okay, let me get this on the screen. All right. Okay. Hopefully this is playing. This is on the Huffington Post. Don't put the ads up there. I guess if you guys need insurance, let's see if it's going to play. Yeah, all right. Second in a week. Uh-oh. Am I buffering?
Melissa Joan Hart has contracted a breakthrough case of COVID.
Uh-oh. Didn't mean to get that through. I mean, those venoms work, right? With those breakthrough strains. Hmm. Excuse me. So that's interesting. Let me see here. I'll go back. And I'm going to read this to y'all. So it says LeVar Burton's Happy Friday tweet takes on a new meaning amid Jeopardy drama. LeVar Burton offered fans subtle reassurance on Friday after it was announced that Mike Richards had stepped down as the new Jeopardy host. Burton's tweet was hit standard, or was his standard, wholesome pre-weekend greeting, which did not appear to have anything to do with the Jeopardy news. But many of Burton's followers who had enthusiastically backed him to replace the late Jeopardy host Alex Trebek before Richard's selection responded with interpretations of what they believe was its possible subtext, which I think people were just having fun with it. Somebody said, "I'll take hilarious shade for 1,000." Oh goodness! So, yeah. Um. Oh, yeah. So let me. There's some Black Lives Matter news as well. Interesting enough. Not buffering. Okay. Let me know. If you guys have any issues with the stream. Um, Pensy Lola, y'all bless. Welcome. Welcome. I wanted to do a Friday night since then there kind of be no time. I ain't worried about time right now. So I ain't really knowing how long I will go, but you know, we gonna get into it. We're just getting started. All right. So Black Lives Matter has a little bit of issue. It looks like I'll go to this story first. Um, oh man, absolutely. Let's see. There we go. This is an interesting story. Okay, did it not go through? Okay, didn't. Let me do it again. Um, and this has a audio recording of what's going on here. So it looks like Black Lives Matter. Uh, Feds deliberately targeted Black Lives Matter protesters to disrupt the movement, a report says. Now, again, like I was saying yesterday on my broadcast about the COINTELPRO and even Operation Mockingbird. So when you have these type of things that we already know exist, when you have a group that represents Black unity, you already know these people are coming. You might as well just sit back and relax because they're coming. Let's see, where is audio for this? Um, is this on here somewhere? Yeah, that's interesting. There was audio for this. It's gone now. Oh well. So I'll just have to read this to you. Um, so this says the federal government deliberately targeted Black Lives Matter protesters via heavy handed criminal prosecutions in an attempt to disrupt and discourage the global movement that swept the nation last summer. In the wake of the Minneapolis police killing, murder of George Floyd, according to a news report released Wednesday by the Movement for Black Lives. Movement leaders and experts said that the prosecution of protesters over the past year continues a century long practice by the federal government rooted in structural racism to suppress Black social movements via the use of surveillance tactics and other mechanisms. The empirical data and findings in this report largely corroborate the Black organizers that have long known intellectually, intuitively, and from lived experiences about the federal government's desperate policing and prosecution of racial justice protests and related activity, the report stated. And we know that's a fact because just look at the Black Panthers. They caught that flag. They caught that flag for sure. I mean, Asada Shakur is still they still want to go get her. She's on the America's Most Wanted list now. You know what I'm saying? So you understand. Esmont, what is going on? Welcome, welcome. Crazy. Black Lives Matter. So what y'all think about that? We have the um we've long known that every Black leader has had CIA operatives placed in their presence. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Um, they have the Boule to you go back to, and what one thing I've noticed about even the origins of the Boule, it was Black physicians that were the founders. So I mean, it's pretty interesting with that. There's a video by the brother, I believe I hope I'm getting his name right, Stephen Coakley, uh, that is doing a whole breakdown on the Black Boule. So that's a very interesting video. I strongly advise all melanated folks to go watch. So you can see when people talk about the go along, get along gang, these things are very, very real. And it's established. So these go along, get along gang folks, they'll go over here and work for the government in these black movements. They will, just like in Operation Mockingbird, they will even establish personalities. That's why I tell you, vet everyone. Vet everyone and everything at all times. You know what I'm saying? UBTV also. Let me see. Teach start to the Queen. Yes, absolutely. Diabolical devils. You better believe it. Um, because again, we understand there's an agenda at hand. And I've always told y'all, for those of y'all been following me, for those who are new, this is about control. And so I'm sure you by now you've heard that term, butter biscuits. That's very real deal. Manutorious manumission. Am I on Facebook? beatzillapdx on Facebook. Yes, indeed, I am. So to do harm or to tell uh, black folks plans, and kind of make sure you run back and tell the powers that be what's going on. Well, they could make life good for you. You could floss. You could maybe be arrogant and proud in the face of a funny style case. That could be. That's just how people's own arrogance boils down to. With that being said, who, again, yesterday was an interesting day. Very interesting day. And so, I think a lot of people have went on and went on and went on and went on. Understanding when a person is facing charges where there is DNA evidence, it makes it kind of hard to stand with that. I understand. Somebody said in the comments, well, we act like the government can't set people up. We don't even know if they actually have his DNA. He volunteered it. Can't make it much plainer than that. He volunteered and then he surrendered. Come on, man. And so I brought him up because you have to understand these powers that be, they put people in place everywhere. Everywhere. Because again, in this space where we're trying to unify our people, trying to get our people on one accord, move forward, detach ourselves spiritually, mentally, and physically from this wicked, oppressive, racist, unjust, white supremacist system. But you have people who are put in place to be in the midst of that just to bring it down. Of course. Our unity is the Messiah. Somebody who obviously did not watch the entire video yesterday did not get the point that you're not looking for a savior. You are the savior with your unification. Do you understand what I'm saying? That means you're not sitting back saying, well, this person should do this person should do that. This means that this is a unit and there's many functioning pieces. Many functioning pieces. We got to get out of the place to where we money hating, but we also have to get out the place to where we're money lusters. And I'm sorry, if you believe you can get information of value on a long term basis from someone who only solely has a heart lust, deep rooted for money, then you're going to follow that person down the same path that may lead to a pit. And I ain't talking fiery in the ground. No, I'm talking about a living hell. And then when it's done with you, then it'll kick your ass into the grave. Y'all not thinking the long part. Y'all got short-sighted vision. So go get your money. Go floss it. Because guess what? That good old legal unit is going to get a large chunk. And then hopefully it's just one situation that you have to worry about. But we've seen how this thing goes. If you're a broken tool, trust me, they're going to make sure you're good and broke. Deborah Jones, welcome, welcome. Yeah, you got to understand the cunningness of our natural enemy. And, you better believe it. They won't bring you here in chains if they don't hate you. You will not have had your ancestors treated the way that they've been treated if it wasn't a perpetual hatred. And it ain't got nothing to do with the color of your damn skin. It somewhat does, but not really. It's deep, much, much, much deeper than that. I mean, just think if they could have your connection to soul. People would pay, they pay good money to try to imitate it. You know why? The only thing that they set out to do with that funk and soul is to imitate it, because we are the creators of it. If you go into the stores, you're going to go get the seasoning that you like. However, within majority of, let's say, seasoning salt, whether it be Lowry's, Johnny's, or whatever, McCormick's, whatever brand you use, or your own homemade brand, salt is usually an element that savor. We are the flavor that the planet savors, but hates at the same time. Well, why? Well, shit. Why are people ever envious? Because you possess something that no one else does. The world has shown us this much. Think about it. You should be regarded as the lowest point and lowest person on the totem pole, which financially you are. But influential? How is it? Well, I mean, in what society in history did the peasants ever influence the masses? I don't think they have. With that being said, the peasants will never be able to influence other peasants in our case. So you need to make a peasant wealthy, or at least give him the appearance of being so. So, hey, man, I came from nothing. I didn't have no mom. I didn't have no daddy. There was no male figures around. I just had to learn from the street. And, all the street codes, blah, 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 blah. Watch me in this this Ferrari, watch me in it. Yo, to have things is cool. Why do I know about it if I have never seen it? That's bragging. Why? Because it matters to you. Shit, freedom obviously isn't, but having them Rolls Royce diaries makes a lot of sense. I'm telling you, your lawyers is going to end up walking, bruh. But, hey, man, you don't believe in the spooky stuff. That's all I'll say there. But I do have to play a little bit of this. I speak calmly to your spirits. Thank you. I hope, I can convey a message. I guess I'm a decent communicator. I try to be. Oh, wait, let me go in here. I think this is what I want. Let's see. Come on. Oh, okay, I did. Got it. So, geez, this is from last night. And again, sometimes it's better to be quiet. And I just wish that that would have been received. Money, money looks better when it's invisible. Man, I don't think a lot of people even understand what you just said there, brother. But I mean, there are certain currencies that are just so precious and valuable. You never knew that it even had value. Don't believe the hype because you're better than that.
Watch Elmer Fudd chase down the silly wabbit. But it ain't no fun when the wabbit got the gun. That's what I want to talk about today. That's what I want to talk about. Elmer Fudd, hey, it was all fair game. It's legal. It's hunting season, ain't it? He can go out there and he can look for the silly wabbit. That's what he used to do. Go out there, got his gun, and he's out there to body the rabbit. But every now and then, the black rabbit gets the gun. Doesn't happen often. But when it does, goddamn it, it's going to resonate throughout the land.
So, I'll say this. We need to maybe look at this brother in a little different situation right now. There are times when ego meets the wall, and you, me, and the rest of the world have to sit here with the front row seat watching this narcissistic megalomaniac lose it because he absolutely doesn't have control of the situation. So he must convince himself by convincing you that he's in total control. This is a disaster. And we have seen this before. So let's hope that, he doesn't end up doing something to himself, go through the process. But what I'm seeing right here, I hope anybody in my mental healthcare professionals out there, Can y'all help me with this? Well, oh wow. Well, Pitsy Lola. Well, you know. See, when you take part in certain things, remember, this is the same man that says he doesn't believe in the spooky stuff. So he doesn't, but at the same time talks about energy. That's the most double talkingest way of speaking ever.
Gonna resonate throughout the land.
Jeez.
I'm gonna take these shades off soon because people say, yo, you know, he wouldn't show his eyes. Oh, let me say this too. This is for my good brothers and sisters that are walking with me. This program is not for the likes of whom want to dictate what I should say, when I should say it, what they want to hear. The trolls, the people who tune in to a show that they don't like, which I'll never get. I never go in my house, rush 9 o'clock. Let me get in the house, turn on this TV show that I hate, and then tell people how much I hate it and the characters in it. So this is not for you guys. This is for my brothers and sisters that are walking with me. This is my PSA out of respect to my good brothers and sisters that stand.
Who remembers Howard Stern? Anybody remember why he was famous? Because majority of his audience hated him. Rush Limbaugh. I mean, like I said, I'm sure he has a decent amount of a younger audience, so they probably don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something. Wow. They actually helped teach. He defends pedophiles. I never followed him. Evil clown creep. Oh, so we're doing that, Google moderators. Huh. That's the message you wanted held back? Do I need to read it again? Wait, what did you say? Where'd that go? Teach. He defends pedophiles. I never followed him. Evil clown creep. There you go, Google. I'll help you out with that. Leave my chat alone, please. Let me fast forward this a little bit because he goes on for a while. I think it's around here. Okay, he takes his glasses off. There we go.
I won't give you a yay or a nay, but I will promise you this. You should get your popcorn ready. I will promise you this. As I come out my meditations and I see, damn, this shit is on the news. One truth already came out that I actually got a fucking hairline and it looks better than most people. So y'all can stop using that old Photoshop mugshot that people that hate me spend. And you know what? I never argued about it.
The hell is he talking about?
That truth came out. Oh shit. Motherfucker dude got a good hairline. Yeah, just like the way hats. So y'all can, that's one truth. So now we know they've been lying with the bullshit Photoshop photo of the so-called mugshot of mine. At least we know that's a lie. Word up. At least we know they've been lying about that. Listen, they said I was broke. They said my children were actually really starving.
I don't remember anybody saying that.
They said my wives were struggling. They said I was evicted several times. They said I didn't know the celebs that I know. And I was just being a groupie and taking pictures and acting like I knew people. I never said anything. I
am not really so sure exactly what this has to do with his charges. If y'all don't understand, he's doing a bunch of talking around. I mean, he went around the moon and back, saying nothing. I'm tired. Oh no, I just can't do it. If y'all want to go to his Instagram page to see some of the foolishness, then you are welcome. He's talking about celebs. Man, right. Damn your hairline. We talking about the charges you're facing. I know that's right. I mean, what is he talking about? Who cares? What? Show error? What? Oh, wow. I haven't even seen that message before. So, Google is really in my chat heavy. I'm sitting up here with a whole message. Conscious Outlaw, I can't even, they won't even let me show your message. Error, try again. I have never, okay, we doing this. Wow. All right. Well, sorry, brother. I tried to get your comment up in the chat. Shout out to Google. Hey, like I said, we were a small platform, but clearly y'all see how things go. Within a day, things can change. So I guess they didn't like the recent boom in the attendees over here. Getting too much of this tutelage, getting too much truth. And just I like oh man, did you see it in the chat, Silent D? Did my moderators even see Conscious Outlaws held back message? Let's see. What do you say? Stated in the beginning. What are we doing here? He stated in the beginning, though, why are people thinking they gonna get updates on an open case? Nobody's talking about updates on an open case. Again. So we have somebody in the chat that missed the point. So what I am telling you is when you have a pending lawsuit, your lawyer would tell you to be quiet publicly, period. Don't go on a live. Don't go talking about anything because all of these type of things could affect the jurors in your trial. Because let's be clear, he does actually have a case pending. I see people in my chat or in my it said message retracted. Not on my end. Wow. See, we have some people upset, don't we? So again, here it is. Bottom line is 3714 hotel, middle of the night. Shut your ass up. How about that? There's nothing to talk about. Nothing. So cut it out because you're looking funny style doing that. Are you expecting to talk on an open case? Bill Cosby did. He said he was innocent. Michael Jackson did. He said he was innocent. They never were so egotistical as this man here. As much as he's talking about what he got, guess what he never said? I ain't do it. Because if you didn't do it, then what's happening? Come on. For me, if I'm innocent, I'm innocent. I'm going to say I'm innocent. We're going to take it to court and prove it. That's what most people do. Hell, even John Gotti was saying he was innocent, if you're old enough to remember. Guilty as hell. Shit, Jeffrey Dahmer played innocent. What's wrong with you? Jeez. All you can say is, I'm innocent. So enough people have spoken. It's not going to taint the jury, you know? But I mean, even the fact that you tried, that's the angle that you came to defend this dude. Okay. Uncle No. Because you're talking crazy. Crazy. And as a man, if I ever heard my 14-year-old daughter was out with some man who was almost 40 in the middle of the night, I don't give a crap about what lies. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, we got what? Look at him. He wants some attention in the chat. Cosby admitted. Wait. Let's go back to that. Cosby admitted to those charges in a closed deposition. Actually, I have that deposition. I can, you know what I'll do? I'll actually put it in the description after this video is done. I will put the PDF link in the description of this video if you need it, because I actually done a video on that too with the actual deposition. So that lie that you just came over here and said, no, he didn't admit it. It's on my Twitter too, I believe. Maybe even on my Instagram. See, when you, and then you say you're not defending anyone. Okay, so you just tried to defend a person with some bad charges and then invoke Bill Cosby and say he admitted it. So you lie on Bill Cosby to defend a man who was out with a 14-year-old girl in the middle of the night. Yeah, you're a troll. But, you know, he has an adverse opinion. He hasn't been disrespectful, so you can leave him. You know, anybody coming here talking super crazy, you definitely go ahead and get rid of them. Because, you know we're going to have some new traffic, and it's cool. Totally cool. Because some people like to hate watch. You know, we understand you love to hate watch. But at the end of the day, you know, he has a situation he has to face. We don't. But I'm reporting on it because, like I said, let me put this up here for you so you can get some understanding of where you're at. Do you see what that says down there at the bottom? A fair, truth-speaking balance in reporting, B1 News. I brought up the people who were innocent. Yeah, we definitely got one of KB7, whatever your name is. Either you're a white supremacist or a white supremacist sympathizer or a tap dancing Sambo. In any event, you're talking foolish and you've already pretty much, I brought him up because this is my platform. Correctamundo. Welcome to the real world. Anyway, so moving right on along, we have some obviously we have some NAMBLA sympathizers in the chat tonight. So, you know, you stew in your little juices. What they call them, you know, the pedal juices. R. Kelly was never married to Leah, too, huh? Yeah. Yes, I brought up other celebrities. Well, no, I said you bring him up and then lie on him like you did. Now you're lying on me. But that's cool. Make sure you hit that like button, okay, B? Right on. Thank you for watching and being here with me for this time. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, by the way, you can always hit that Cash App, $beatzillapdx. That's Cash App, $beatzillapdx. Be sure to put something on this melanated movement over here. Black first, brother. All right. So let me show you what's going on in my city. They did this thing up here in Portland. Karma Code, welcome. You know what? I'm doing a evening broadcast. So we going on a Friday night. You know how things is pretty much shut down here. We're already back on a mask mandate, and they're rolling in the mandatory line. They're rolling in the mandatory line here in the city, folks. So, be ready. Let me see here. want to bring up. So we here in Portland, there's been of course, for those who know, it's kind of been a rash of violence here lately. So because of that, um, man, it's kind of been Panderlandia, because the police have not actually been defunded. The police are understaffed. They actually have the finances, they have the budget for like almost 30 positions. They're blaming, of course, Black Lives Matter. They're blaming Black Lives Matter and Antifa for basically calling for defunding of the police, which they did not do. They just rearranged and reallocated funds, which they always do. That's called restructuring. That's nothing new. So, what you do is get something, call it something new, but it's really something old, and fool the people to get nothing. So, oh man. Yeah, hey man, trollers, if you hit the like button, bro. So let me put this on up here. Like, I'm gonna get under his skin. Not if you can't show your face, pimp. Not to me, player. Let the record show. When I'm called for, I show up. What you talking about? See? Mm-hmm. Oh, they buying guns, misused camera, and donuts. Ooh, man. You know something? I up until today never looked at the entire Sandra Bland video until Queen Amadai Shakur played it on her show today. So during her broadcast, she replayed a video because you hear all this garbage. They talk about how much we're going to worry about, concerned about the Afghanistan women having their rights and blah blah blah. Shoot, to me it looks like they finna get a run of that place because everybody who was on that damn tarmac was men. But anyway, oh yes, but this the first time in my life seeing that whole video, and only thing I could say is this dude had a power trip from jump, and then just used he used all of her, he anticipated her triggers and then played on that, made it into something. Of course, we understand she wasn't killed on the scene or nothing like that. But what did he do, Silent D? He had her set her phone down on the car while he walks out of sight of his dash cam. Now, if something was really going wrong with him, wouldn't he want that cop on his dash cam? But here's the truth. Uh-oh. I just got a news flash. What was this? Hey, wait. Melissa Joan Hart, who is fully vaccinated, reveals breakthrough COVID infection. All right. That is ABC News. Breaking news. Wow. Man, success on that Venom. Let's give it up for Fauci, man. Fauci and Kill Bill Gates. Man, y'all did a bang-up job. Good job, man. Clap it up for the team of death. Ooh-wee. Venom. I mean, hey, you got to prove that it works. Got to prove that it's saving lives. But you also got to prove that people are not dying from it. We need those numbers too. And if there are people, we need those numbers on a fair and balanced delivery, which is not what we're getting. thanks to Operation Mockingbird that makes sure all media talks one way. So here we go. She used to be Sabrina the Teenage Witch. She better cast a spell to get that shit up off of her, huh? Ooh-wee. All right. So, dealing with the madness in my own neighborhood. Oh man, that's so funny because that's one more thing that I wanted to touch before I get out of here. So, Portland leaders brace for weekend events. Tell those looking for a fight to stay away. So they had this big, like, ecumenical, because, okay, the rest of the world has seen Portland, well, you know, they're all the Black Lives Matter protests, Black Lives Matter, and they're tearing down the city. We got to send in the troops to Portland. Okay, well, all the black folks went home, and there's nothing but white folks out there right now. Funny, some of these white people just so happen to be in Washington, D.C. on January 6th. Go figure. So, let me also reiterate, our current police chief is black, just like second to the last one, who was a woman. Her name, for all of my Philadelphia people out there, y'all would know her as your police commissioner, Danielle Holslaw. Used to be right here. She got out of here before this debacle went wayward. So anyway, Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler and Chief of Police Chuck Lavelle, remember that's a black man, spoke to the public Friday afternoon about community safety ahead of several events planned for Sunday afternoon, organized by opposing groups. Opposing groups. Okay, let's keep going. The Portland Police Bureau says it's aware that these events are planned for downtown Portland at Tom McCall Waterfront Park. However, when asked, Lavelle refrained from naming the specific groups involved. I wonder why. Because, see, Black Lives Matter ain't protesting no more out here. So guess what? You see who's protesting out here. It's the January 6th. The dude that was just arraigned. I reported on him in a previous broadcast this week about him not even having a gun. He over here traveling from state to state to state to state with a case from Washington, D.C. So he just recently got arrested. Tiny Tuasi and all these other people that run with the Proud Boys and the Patriot Prayer, 3%ers, they're all the same group, and they're pretty much all based right here. So even Tario, like, although he's supposedly supposed to be living in Florida or from Florida, you know how much I see this dude in my city? I thought he lived here. I didn't know until they said it on the news that he lived in Florida. Like, I could literally drive down 39th and see him at the bar with all of these other Proud Boys out there. Like, I would pass these people all the time. It's like, he lives in Florida? Who's paying for all of this? Good grief. So anyway, we're preparing for a variety of potentially large gatherings being planned for the early afternoon this Sunday, said Wheeler. It's certainly my hope and expectation that these events will remain peaceful. If there are those who engage in non-peaceful behavior, we want you to know and understand that this city, the police bureau, will respond to the situation to the very best of our ability, given the current legal and logistical constraints. That is a shot at RDA, Mike Smith. He has said when they were screaming about all of these protesters and they all need to be prosecuted, they need to be shot, I need to be able to kill to save my business that was already failing and still closed because of the pandemic. Your business sucked and you were going out of business anyway. But nonetheless, these people called for these folks to go shoot these people. Well, now, you're not even naming them, and this is a cop. Why the hell won't you name who these people are? So it's not like they didn't ask him. So this is the black man being on code with white supremacy, because you know who's meeting here this weekend? You got it. The Proud Boys. Who's the other group? Oh, another group of white folk. Uh-oh. Now we can't name anybody. How many times did you hear Black Lives Matter, this, that, and the other last year? You ain't even part of the group. Black Lives Matter. I told you all about my 4th of July. Me and my wife had to go to the store. And the old white woman and the old white man is sitting out there. We're stopped at the light. It's a nice day. We got the windows down. And while we're stopped in traffic at the light, there's a house on the street, right off because we're here in Portland. We got houses on some busy streets because some busy streets are only 2 lanes, one going both ways. So anyway, she's like, hey, America's about being white. God bless America. God bless America. She's like shrouded in a flag, right? The things you can see in Portland, Oregon, y'all. Oh, Lord. So we have a large part of these types, I'll say, around here. So anyway, let me continue. Let me change this here. So go back here. Oh, so hating Polite. Ain't nobody hating no Polite. Ain't got no time for that. Let's see. Wheeler noted that no permits were requested nor granted for the upcoming gatherings at the waterfront. But they're planning on monitoring. Now, see, when this was black folks, one of the hugest things that they were doing was talking about how they're not even having permits to be out there. They're just out there. And then there was a group that actually took responsibility for kind of announcing to the public. So they were kind of like a last minute thrown together group of paid protesters to allegedly, George Soros type money, allegedly. I can't really say for certain because I personally wasn't in the meetings that a couple of my friends were. But, hey, what do I know? They're reliable sources. Way more than the people who are saying whatever they're saying. So anyway, Wheeler noted that no permits were requested nor granted for the upcoming gatherings at the waterfront. In a statement, Lovell said, "This is our main message. If you are planning to come down to instigate fights," which these people have done every time they've shown up, if you come to instigate fights with those who disagree with you, don't come. You should not expect to see police officers standing in the middle of the crowd trying to keep people apart. people should keep themselves apart and avoid physical confrontation. So, what happened today is they had like this Give Peace a Chance rally. Now, this is what's so crazy. All of the killing that's going on here and this gang violence and whatnot that's happening, none of it is crossing the line, because here's what never happens here. These people that you see, like, oh, we're going to go to Tom McCall Waterfront Park. Man, you sought out the furthest place away from black folks in this city that you could. And that's what they do. Hell, if Black Gravity in the chat, you already know what time it is. They don't come around us like that. So they know where we at here. Trust me. Black people in Portland aren't. We ain't hard to find. So, and also think of this. We're strongly outnumbered. So, welcome to the West Coast and how we do it out here. We don't give two. I'm going to keep it clean on here. But y'all, my family that, some of y'all actually know how I speak off camera. So you already know. Lioness Crown, welcome, my sister. Welcome. Jade in the house. Hey, Queen Conscious, welcome. We just talking about some things here, discussing this janky Portland police. Now, for those who have been watching my previous broadcast, remember, I told you that Portland police were leaving. So they're leaving in record numbers. I think even Lisa Cabrera did a video about that. Yeah, they're leaving in record numbers. But y'all remember the dude, what the hell is he? He is the police union president. This dude here, I played him on my broadcast with his bucking eyes. Every time you see that dude, his eyes is bucking. And when you hear what's coming out of his mouth, what the expression on his face makes total sense. Jeez. Oh, my Lord. So anyway, we have these black figureheads here in the midst of the whitest state in America, because this is where we all are. Black folks are highly concentrated here in Portland. And, we've been known to act a fool. So, they like to keep things cool. Like I said, West Coast has been known to let loose from all the way from San Diego to LA to Watts to Oakland, over here to Portland, Tacoma, Seattle. We get busy on this I-5 corridor. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, we do not go for that. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. With that being said, they'll always send some more of our our own who are part of that good system. And let me explain something to you about this. Because there's those of us who have, if I'll say it like this. If I said, okay, I know you've been oppressed, I know you've been approached, there are people who would understand what I meant. Well, there's a whole system grooming people. And there's a whole nother system that just, because you're in close proximity, just monitors and watches you. See if you will be useful. Great communicators are always useful, especially the black ones. So I always keep that in mind when I see people put in front of me. So I know a lot of people are kind of hurt over someone they follow having taken such taken up a situation like he did. Hey, all you can do is pray for that brother and wish him the best. But, we have to be honest about what we see. And it doesn't look good. That's all we can say. There's not really an upside there. So, sorry if you're upset at that. Wasn't meant to be wasn't meant to be a hurt or a harmful thing, and I don't think it was, because the main thing was getting to the point. Operation Mockingbird and COINTELPRO, and they will put these people in positions to be infiltrators to our group. But like any tool of white supremacy, when they're done, they gonna break you. And what I'm looking at kind of looks like being broken. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong, because nobody want to see a black man done that way. But you got to take that. You got to take that time and them L's and that SO tag if that's the case. Because shit, we didn't do it. I mean, hell, you know. But not playing judge, YouTube judge and jury, just jury reporter or courtroom reporter. That's what you can call me. Just report the news, man. So don't be upset when somebody says, well, hey, I'm speaking on this. And, you know, we're moving on. I addressed a little bit of it earlier. If you feel some kind of way about it, I mean, you might be able to even call up here and talk about it. We'll see. So what do y'all think about this thing in Portland? Because, see, I'm sure in y'all cities, and especially in cities that have a higher concentration of black folks, one thing I would like to know is, like, when they put these black police chiefs and like we've never had a black mayor here. One reason is because here in Portland, Oregon, our very last police commissioner, was a black man. Well, because he punished some police after they got him out, and that's Charles Jordan, the black police commissioner of Portland, Oregon. And they got him out after punishing these police who killed this black man. That's, for those who don't know, right here in Portland, Oregon is where the start of the push for the ban of police using the chokehold. It was from here. And what made it so bad is that these cops killed this brother. This cop is the security guard of a 7-Eleven or Plaid Pantry, one of the two. And so the white boy is robbing the store. Black dude gets him, mixing him up, holding him down. Police get there. Immediately put the black man in the chokehold. White boy gets up and runs out. The clerk is saying, no, the other man. But this man is just so bloodthirsty that he ignores the clerk telling him, no, that's not him. And proceeds to make it into a stop resisting situation. Well, proceeded to kill this brother. We were up in arms in this city. I was a little kid then. And so what happened is the police got punished, and in retaliation or in response, and also in fundraising efforts to get these police some money before, this is long, of course, before GoFundMe and all of these, type of deals. So, but they got this money by making up a shirt. The shirt said, smoke him, don't choke him. Have y'all ever seen those signs with the cop with the gun, the smoking gun pointed right at the screen? Okay, so it got that on there, and then say, smoke him, don't choke him. And that's what it read on the shirt. Portland Police. Yes, Portland Police finest. That's the history. Oh, and then after all of that madness was going on down there in LA County, there was a movie that Ice Cube was in called I think it was called The Glass House. Well, the police, the sheriff, the head sheriff of that LA County Police Department, after that debacle, guess where he went? He wasn't fired. He was reassigned. Guess where? And then all of a sudden, police shootings started going up. He also put in a mandate. What's this? Mark Croker. That's that bastard's name. Mark Croker. He was the former head sheriff of LA. They brought his ass up here. For what reason? Oh, I'll tell you. To get us little militant Negroes in line who somebody at my high school had the nerve to start up a Black Panther Party chapter. Did you hear what I said? High school. High school. High school. We was doing this then. I know y'all like people and that's cool. I don't step on anybody's toes. I try to stay in my little lane. Don't come for me because I'm not new. But, you know, that's how things have happened here in Portland. So we always get these figureheads now. Charles Moose, Lioness Crown. You should be familiar with Charles Moose. He was the police chief that got the DC sniper. He even got a book deal off that. Well, before he was out there in DC, guess where he was? Right here. Portland has the strangest connections to like literally everywhere on the planet. It's just weird. It's like little New York. You got connections everywhere. So everyone blows through here at some point in time. Weird. The big, what do they call it? The big town, little city. That's where we are. The town up north. Oakland would be the town. But, you know, if you were talking to somebody from Oakland that said, I'm from the town, they'd be like, you ain't from Oakland. Like, no, you from Portland. So, all right. Oh, okay. Cool. Let me see something here. Oh, something else I want to show y'all. Do y'all know with this whole sheep juice venom debacle? Ooh, look at this. This whole thing is going on over in, where is this? Israel. And the headline is crazy. The headline is crazy. Check this out. I might have to do it again. Okay. All right. Okay. There we go. That should be it. Okay, bear with me. If you have not, please hit that like button for me. And if you have not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. We are a small platform, but growing. We are now over the 300 mark, you know, and that's cool. It happened yesterday. So welcome to all of the new subscribers. Okay, so look at that. Highly vaccinated Israel is seeing a dramatic surge in COVID cases. Here's why. Let's listen, shall we?
19 vaccines widely available, but it still didn't vaccinate out early in making COVID-19 vaccines widely available, but it still didn't vaccinate enough people to hold off the spread of the Delta variant. And now it's once again dealing with high rates of infection. So what might that tell us about the effect of the virus in a country where most are vaccinated? NPR's Daniel Estrin reports from Jerusalem.
In late March, Israel was the first to fully vaccinate most of its citizens. Infections waned, restrictions were lifted. But then Israel discovered something other countries would later see. Sigal Sadetsky, former Israeli public health director.
In Israel, people were vaccinated first, and the immunity most probably goes down a bit.
The Israeli government and Pfizer say their data show a dip in the vaccine's protection around 6 months after the second shot. For Israel, that came around the same time that the Delta variant arrived.
The most influential event was so many people who went abroad in the summer vacations and brought the Delta variant very, very quickly to Israel.
Serious cases have spiked. The vaccine still prevents most infections, and infections are mostly mild if you're vaccinated. But while the country jumped out ahead on vaccines, only 58% are fully vaccinated. And experts say that's not nearly high enough.
We have a very large fraction of our population who are paying the price for a small fraction of the population who did not go to get the vaccine.
Scientist Eran Segal advises the Israeli government on COVID. He says 1.1 million eligible citizens, largely under the age of 20, have not been vaccinated. And they kept spreading the virus while the country remained open for business with few serious restrictions.
If you don't put in very strict measures, which the government has not done until now, then basically you're letting the virus spread. And what that means is that more and more people will get infected, and that will lead to mass infection, which is exactly what we are seeing now.
With daily cases now nearly 10 times what they were in mid-July, Israel is trying to slow the wave without resorting to a new lockdown. It's restricting gatherings, boosting hospital staff, and pushing vaccinations. And it was the first country to give a third shot of the Pfizer vaccine nationwide. I saw this in Jerusalem. This Cinema City movie theater complex is teeming with people, lots of young people here to see movies. And right across from the box office, a vaccination station where dozens of people are waiting to get their booster shots, hoping maybe that will give them more protection. People lining up for shots in Israel know they're being watched around the world, just like when Israel was early with the first round of shots.
They make the test of us, but in the first it was the same. So I don't feel it's something wrong. I think it's good.
That's Eti Ben Yaakov, one of more than 1 million Israelis who got a booster in the last 3 weeks.
What's wrong with
I
these
know
people?
that the corona not will be in the world.
Won't go away.
No, it will be. We may have to live with the corona.
U.S. officials looked at Israeli data when it decided to start booster shots across America next month. They'll also be looking at how the boosters work in Israel for a glimpse at what we might see in the U.S. further down the road. Daniel Estrin, NPR News, Jerusalem.
Lord. All right. Well, what y'all think about that? What you think about that? Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. That's crazy, ain't it? So, again, we're seeing a surge. We have heard this. Got my booster in the refrigerator. I know that's right. Having a healthy immune system is always great. Dominique Devereaux, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome. We got a lot to ponder because, look at how they're consistently putting this on us. And think now, we're talking about a third booster in the news. You need a booster for something you just got? That doesn't really make much sense. That doesn't tell me that there's a great level of effectiveness if you could say that it would be wearing off now. I mean, this is nothing like what we had before, although a lot of people that I have interacted with have convinced themselves of that. Not true. Not true at all. Not true whatsoever. So, yay. So, you know what? How are y'all feeling? What I'm going to do, let me see if I can get me do me some call-ins here. I'm going to take a quick little break while I set this up, and I will be right back. Okay. Let me see, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in the chat, and y'all can come on in. Now again, for all of the newbies, you gonna have to. I won't necessarily have to put you on camera, but you will have to be on your camera for me. With that being said, let me go ahead and start working on this. I'll be right back. Just a sec, y'all.
Me for the Peckerwood. Peckerwood will kill me. Be like you kill me. You be putting that rope around my neck yourself. What you think you is, a hound dog? Peckerwood say go fetch, you fetch. You see me hang, you gonna know. You gonna know you kill a black brother. Cicero! Mayhaps I could have got away on beat for you catching me. You remember that. You remember that all day. You killed me. You remember that. You killed me. Niggas like you just prove what the Peckerwood say. We're just beasts, willing to do anything, kill each other. No mind, no feeling. Shut up, nigger. Least why I ain't gonna die like you gonna die, like a slave. I ain't giving no lifetime of misery and sweat to this Peckerwood. I'd rather die than be a slave. You Peckerwood, that's right. You Peckerwoods was oppressed in your own land. We was free, and you brought us here, in chains. Well, now we here, and you just better know, this is just as much our land as it is yours. And after you hang me, kiss my ass.
All right, we are back. We are back. We are back. Y'all should see that link in the chat. You should definitely see it. Okay, let me get that up there. Okay. All right. Hopefully that link is working. If y'all feel so inclined to call in, y'all can call in up on that Zoom over there. And like I said, I do not have to put you on. Oh, hey, I got a new person in the chat. Latavia J. Welcome, Latavia J. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Please like, share, subscribe. Good content here. We speaking the truth over here. Vince, I am from the UK. What is going on? When is the Zoom? Did you see it? It's right now. It's up now. If you see that link, I believe it's the link's in the chat. Can you see it? It's pinned to the top of the chat. It is running right now. Let's see. Let me try this. Just in case the other one doesn't work, I'll put this one in there. So try that. All right. So y'all should see the link in the chat for the Zoom. Okay, here we go. All right. So right now, thank you, Judah Queen. So y'all go ahead and come on in, and we could talk. You know, there was somebody who had an issue in the chat early. I don't know where they went, but you know, I don't necessarily need to talk to a detractor. You know, but I don't mind. I really don't. So, you know, we have a lot going on. And what's the passcode? That is on the link. It should be right there. You see it? Let's see. I'll post both of these joints. So copy the invitation. Okay, so and we put this there. Okay. So there's that. And then there is the passcode. So you should see both of those now. It looks like it went in 2 messages. All right. So, you know, we just want to have a conversation tonight. See if anybody come on in. Yes, thank you very much. So, we're gonna do this thing here. We are a B1 platform, you know, foundational Black Americans. I deal with foundational Black American topics as well as Black first individuals across the diaspora and those of us who maybe are at a melanin deficit, who support and who, you know, are behind the cause as best as they can be. You know what I mean? Everybody, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know? Yes. Well, let's welcome the new sister to the chat. Hopefully you will be back and you will enjoying this good content. Also, you can go back and look at previous videos. You know, I do the weekly wrap-ups. I'm starting to get on these, and I might start trying to do the weekly wrap-ups in the evening. So, oh, okay. I see Helen. Let me get Helen in here. All right. I do see Helen. Okay. Can you hear me? And I might start. Make sure you turn me down.
Me.
Okay. Miss Helen. Yes. Judah Queen.
Can you speak to her?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead. You want to be on camera?
I don't mind.
Okay.
I don't mind at all.
All right, let's go.
I just wanted to comment on this jab business. Oh my gosh.
Please do.
Ooh, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. I'm getting tired of the attacks on the unvenomized, basically, saying, oh, we're spreading it and all this stuff. How am I spreading it when I don't even have the virus? Like, make that make sense. All this time, thank the Most High, I have not had COVID. I thought I had something twice. I had a bad cold. I get cold symptoms, and I I've been like fighting some cold symptoms because I had a doctor's appointment, and I feel like being around a lot of those venomized people is dangerous. So I don't see how I'm spreading anything. Hey, Booginas.
Hey.
I don't see how I'm spreading it.
Right. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Like I can get tested for it. I can get tested for it like I did in February, and it's going to come back negative.
Right.
So how am I? And I don't have any symptoms. I don't have any cough. I don't have any fever. I don't have anything. I don't have nothing. And they need to just stop because I'm not getting it. Like I'm very serious about this.
Right.
I dropped out of college. I'm not going back to college because of this, because of the mandates.
No doubt.
And I shouldn't have to get a medical or a religious exemption. I know I couldn't get a medical exemption because my doctors, especially my primary care, I don't think he's happy about me. Yeah, he's not happy about me getting, not getting the jab and all that.
Probably not.
Yeah, and let me just say this real quick. My doctor, my spinal cord doctor, I remember my appointment from last month. I told her, I actually said I don't want it. And she just left it. She just left the data. And then my last appointment, I had some other Neanderthal doctor from Johns Hopkins in the room, and he gonna ask me, do I want it? I said, no, I don't want that. And he says, is there any reason? I said, it's a personal choice.
Right.
And yeah, shut him down. That was it. But he asked me, do I need to, would you like me to answer any questions? Are there any questions you may have? I said, no. I could have went and say, sir, don't you realize I can go on the CDC website and look up anything I need? I'm like not getting this stuff because I was telling my mother, imagine if I do get it, if I did get it, say if I did, do you think something is not going to happen? I'm going to be having more problems. I'm already physically disabled. I ain't trying to have heart palpitations and heart inflammation and all this stuff. I'm healthy. I am fine.
Right.
I don't get the flu. I've never had COVID. I will wear the mask as long as I have to. I'm not getting any poison injected in my body. Point blank, period. In the discussion. And that's what these people need to understand. It's a personal choice. And how you got all these doctors and nurses coming out, speaking out against the venom.
Exactly.
Saying all these conditions people are developing in the VAERS system. And Brother Reza Islam has been very outspoken against this poison, and they want to cancel him, they want to censor him, but he just keeps coming back, and they cannot censor us. They might can censor us on their platforms, but they gotta remember that we have our own stuff that we can speak out. We are strong. We know how to fight back, and we will continue fighting back. So all these sick, demonic, venomized people can just go straight to hell. I'm done. I'm done. B1.
uh, where do you want me to start? Because I missed a little of it because when I went to the Zoom thing, it cut me out of the regular chat. So I missed like what was said between Ben and when Helen started talking. Mm-hmm. My whole thing at this point is we know what it is, but I could at least respect the demons. I mean, as long as white people have been lying, they should be good at it by now. So if the lie was, somewhat believable, I mean, still don't like you, but I could at least respect you and give you credit. But like somebody the other day on Twitter, somebody said something like, well, people are complaining about the efficacy of the vaccine, but your chances of getting if you catch corona after you've had the vaccine, the symptoms will be less severe than if you hadn't got it. And I'm like, first of all, you'd have to clone a person and make two of them. One of them would have to not get the vaccine to catch corona. The other one would have to take the vaccine to catch corona to be able to compare what the end result would be. Because I mean, once you catch it, you can't go back to not having caught it to see which way would have been worse had you had the shot before you caught it or had you not. So they have all of these circular reasoning arguments that don't make sense. I'm like, the lie ain't even good. And I remember back in the early, what's this year, 2021, so I guess around 2010, when I stopped finally taking flu vaccines, because every time I would take it, a few days later without fail, I would catch the flu. So then when I would tell my doctor, well, you told me if I got this, I probably wouldn't catch it. Well, there's so many different strains, and just what I just said, she said, well, if you hadn't taken it, it would have been a lot less worse. I said, girl, I was knocking on death's door as it was with the shot. So, I mean, how much worse could it be? Less severe. So that was the point I stopped taking. Yeah. That's the point where I said, you know what, screw this. And then every year after that, when they tried to get me to take it, they will repeatedly ask me. And I'm like, no. But there's so many young people your age dying from it unnecessarily if they had just gotten. I said, well, I'll take my chances. We all got to die from something. And when it's your time to go, you're going to go whether you got a vaccine or not. So I'll take my chances because there's a chance I might not catch it. But if I get this vaccine, I know there's a 100% chance that whatever's in that concoction, the jab, whatever, is going to F me up. So yeah, I'll take my chances. But this is
facts.
Yeah. And the only thing they can ever fall back on when all else fails is, well, it's better to have it than not. I mean, it's like an insurance policy, I'm like, well, no, because that's like me paying for car insurance. And then, when you get in an accident, you're supposed to pay a deductible instead of like outright the full cost of whatever it costs for the repairs. But it's like me paying for car insurance. And then when I get in an accident, I still have to pay the full cost. Because I'm not, what I'm saying? There's no deductible. You have to pay outright out your pocket. So I'm like, what's the point of me taking it if I still could catch it?
Right. Big facts.
It's just.
No, that's big.
People just so willing.
If you didn't get the venom, that's what they say. Like, make sense for real. Like,
and then the whole thing. I don't know if it was you, Helen, that posted it on Twitter, but somebody posted some tweet where this black man was getting, I guess he was outside somewhere, I guess it was one of those drive-up vaccine places, and a black nurse was giving him a jab. And
Orlando Jones.
Yeah, and he was like, people so silly, they're talking about Tuskegee. That was years ago. Last time I checked, okay, demons and devils are millions of years old since the beginning of time. They have never changed and stopped being devils. The Tuskegee happened 50 years ago, 200 years ago, 1,000 years ago. Them demons ain't changed. They might have changed how they do their dirt, but they still doing what they do. I'm sorry, you do me dirty like that one time, I'm not going to trust you again. I don't care if it's 5 lifetimes from now. And they just want to place water under the bridge. That happened a long time ago. I'm so through. Burn the cones, the devils, all of them together.
That's what's up. Yo, so I'm thank y'all both for calling in. Appreciate it. Much love to both y'all. Black first, black always. Buginas and Judah Queen, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, yes. So, oh man, that's we definitely have these great discussions. You should follow us on Twitter, especially follow me on Twitter, beatzillapdx. No, not official, beatzillapdx. Thanks for everyone who has hung out with me tonight. I have much appreciated. We have hit a new milestone on this platform, so I wanted to make it real for you. So we have almost went for 2 hours. For anybody who knows me, I could do this for hours. But we got all that we needed to get out today for the weekly wrap up. And something that we say that we do here, because we always need to understand the frequency and the energy, the currency which flows through our veins has that much energy to reach to the heavens. So we need to speak things into existence as though they already were. Some people would call it faith. Some people would call it prophetic. We could call it both. Some would call it destiny. Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall and let us rise. Once again, family, this has been the Beatzilla PDX official show. We are always with the truth here. Thanks for everyone who called in. Thanks for all of my new people, new subscribers. Thank you. Welcome. Much appreciated. Man, shout out to the royal family. Shout out to the empires of Alkebulan. We are Alkebulan. So, with that being said, please follow me on Instagram at BeatZillaPDX. Please follow me on Twitter at BeatZillaPDX, on Facebook at BeatZillaPDX, and on Patreon, BeatZillaPDX Official, and on Melanated People, Michael Beatzilla Whitmore. And of course, you can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. That's ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And we also have the Our Real Truth podcast on Anchor FM, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iTunes, and various platforms abroad. And of course, if you feel so inclined and you like what you're hearing, you can always donate. You can put some money in the bucket. All donations are greatly appreciated. They go back into the platform, and we are trying to do it. Rashana Morrison, hey, glad you made it. You might have to catch the replay because we're almost done. I've been going for about close to 2 hours here. So you can donate at CashApp, Beatzilla PDX. That's CashApp, Beatzilla PDX. All donations are appreciated. Peace and blessings be unto you for those who have donated today, donated in the future, and who have already contributed. Blessings. Thank you very much. So, with that being said, you already know how we do. By the way, for clarity's sake, if people don't know, Queen Adia, hey. Yeah, you had to watch the replay. I know you was out there making them donuts. I do got PayPal. You know what? Let me put that thing in the banner. I'm not so familiar with that, but I've had PayPal like first before anything really. But it's like the last thing I've ever used. But yes, the PayPal link is in the banner. I think I've added it to the description. Hopefully I did. So yeah, you got PayPal donated. Hopefully you can see that. So I will be putting that in the description. I think it's in my channel. So we're gonna fix that so everybody can get that donation information. So it's Friday night. I hope y'all on the East Coast are good and well fed and ready for the evening if you're having festivities or just chilling, watching movie, Netflix and chilling, and for the one person who was here, I guess you didn't want to get on camera, and that's okay. They might have been gone by the time I went live. Hey, I am not against adverse opinions, but I will roast a troll. So, I will address you. You got addressed. So feel good for the day. Maybe even the weekend. Hey. You know what I'm saying? So, by the way, I wanted to preface, because I played this video, but I want to make it known. I am not in the Nation of Islam, nor am I a Muslim, but I am a representative of the truth. I would prefer to be the vessel of the truth. Can't really go wrong there. I will study. The truth is truth be told, really in you. You just gotta kind of be quiet to hear that still small voice, because we are the salt of the earth over here. So with that being said, I like to play the Stone of Truth video because that's where this is over here. That's where I'm at with it all the time. Like I said, again, I want this to be definitely understood. A fair, truth-speaking balance in reporting Black First news. That is what this platform is about. That is what Beatzilla stands for. So, and this is the flag of the United Empires of Alkebulan. Shout out to those of you in the chat. Shout out to my good sister, Tina Berry. We even had Jade Arundel, a.k.a. Lioness Crown, in the building tonight. So we are going to head on out of here and get our weekend started. Hopefully y'all have a blessed weekend. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and stay mindful, and stay spiritually tuned up. Because I believe we are on a full moon tomorrow. So, and I tell y'all, these moon circulations be fooling with folks, y'all. It really does. It really, really, really fools people. Fools with folks, rather. Makes them crazy. It's the water. The water. Y'all see that commercial? So, with that being said, y'all be blessed. Love on somebody. And with that, keep it real and keep it true. Shalom, y'all.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. Yes. See, that's what you throw. Yes, right. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it. from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.